Hey, my name is Jesse. I'm a project manager with Wake Remodeling, and today is my favorite day, final cleaning day. I like final cleaning day because throughout the project, we cover up a lot of the work that we do just to protect it throughout the other stages of development. And final cleaning day is the actual first day where we remove all of those protections, so you really get to look at the project as a whole and see the amount of detail and work that went into bringing it to completion. The big things I look for are the super small details. You know, at this point we're looking at the lines in the paint. We want to make sure that our cut-in lines are just super smooth and very neat. We're detail checking absolutely every fixture, making sure every light bulb is good to go. This is whenever the eye for detail has to get a lot smaller as opposed to looking at the big picture. I think the common misconception around home remodeling is a lot of people think that you can't live in the project while it's happening. And it's definitely possible, even with tearing out people's kitchens and redoing those, which could have an 8 to 12 week process with them. We do still manage to keep people in their homes and try to maintain as much comfortability and normalcy as we can for them. So a project manager comes in during the pre-construction process. We kind of take a look at what the design department and the estimating department have kind of put together for us, and we just kind of want to make sure that our finances are lined up. We want to make sure that the scope of work is very clear and defined, and at that point we're basically just coordinating all of our contractors. And of course, undertaking this project in the middle of summer, it was extremely hot, and all of our trades came together and worked in an outstanding manner to bring this one together. So being able to compartmentalize your projects is a big part of what we do. Being able to actually set aside time to focus on first the big details of the project. Do you have your materials? Is the subcontractor ready to go, or the trade partner ready to go? And things like that, and then you kind of get more microscopic as you go down. You want to look at the finishes and look at the quality of the work and make sure that everything is coming together as you'd hoped it would. And while you're on one job, you focus on that one job. You'll have time later in the day to focus on your next job, but if you're constantly bouncing back and forth between a project, you're going to lose track of those little details. And it's always important to make your client feel like they're the only person in the world whenever you're there with them. And any client gets that same respect. I think the most rewarding part of my role is whenever we can hand over a project and I can walk through it, and anybody that's walked through it has a really hard time pointing out anything that's amiss, or anything that the quality doesn't measure up. Like we typically try to exceed the bar of expectation. I don't want to deliver the project my client expects. I want to surpass that. And being able to have that feeling at the end of a project it's amazing. My favorite hobby, I actually have two. I play quite a bit of guitar. I like metal music, and then I also like to build custom PCs. So after final cleaning day, we'll put together any paperwork that has to do with any of the appliances, any special documentation regarding any flooring selections, any leftover material. We try to store those together on site, and we try to put everything together in a nice spot for the client, so that way whenever we go to hand off, we have a nice clean way to hand off everything. Thank you for coming out with me today on this project and seeing what it's like to be in the life of a project manager for a day, and seeing what the final cleaning day looks like.